We got some crazy news dropping yesterday. If you didn't see that Diablo IV trailer and you're a Paladin lover, I suggest you go watch it out because it's essentially one of the coolest Paladin videos you've ever seen. But we got some cool stuff dropping for World of Warcraft specifically to that. We'll talk about that, a few other things, some of the best classes in Midnight. Let's just get straight into it. Oh, watching the news? No, you're not. You're watching the biggest giveaway ever from Samiccus. $140 in BNet balance could be yours. All you got to do is watch 1 hour of this shitty stream. That's right. What can you use the BNet balance to buy? Anything your heart desires, from the store, the merch shop, whatever it is. Listen, guys, you can get yourself the Longboy mount. That thing is available again. Maybe get yourself some pets for all I care. Hey, even a little mount pack. Yeah, maybe you're a classic Andy who just enjoys the classic version of the game. There's things you can buy as well. Listen, guys, all it takes is watching 1 hour of this shitty stream. You will get 1 point to enter the giveaway. Every hour beyond that is another point you can use to enter the giveaway. Enter multiple times. Buy shit off the merch shop. Buy these Judgment Helm set. Buy some hats. Buy the, Pepe Dreadlord push pillow. Some cool sweaters. Whatever you want. I'm not judging how you spend it. I'm just going to give it to you if you win. Get yourself the epic, or I should say collector's edition. That's right. Guys, I'm live Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Get in here. Watch 1 hour of stream. Every hour beyond, there's another chance to enter. Enter and win. Winner announced December 23rd. The newest expansion coming out for Diablo, if you didn't see it yesterday, Diablo IV trailer dropped. Really freaking cool trailer. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Again, Paladins rejoice. It's your expansion. Well, if you do get it, or in fact pre-order it, you can get yourself some cool stuff in WoW. In fact, some really nice looking decor items. That's right, 3 specific decor items. This demonic looking bear rug, a really cool looking chessboard here, and then demonic altar, because who doesn't want a demonic altar in their room somewhere? I probably put this in my bathroom. That's right. Just have a demonic altar sitting there while I'm shitting in my player house. That's right. Burning Viking. I am balding. Yes, and thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. So some really cool stuff that you can get if you decide to pre-order it, along with all the Diablo stuff that you'll also get with ordering the Epic Edition. You know, it's the same thing as WoW. They get you to buy the extra crazy, ultra big cocked edition too. So go check that out if you want to. Lunar New Year, just around the corner. And Midnight, of course, will be dropping soon. So we now have the datamined version of what will be dropping in the Year of the Horse. That's right, early 2026, we will be getting this Scorching Valor horse. So check this thing out. We had a little preview of it before with a little shadowed out version. Now we know exactly what the mount is going to be. This is a good looking mount. This is, I have to say, always the year of the whatever. Year of the Flaming Cock, whatever it is, it always looks good. Blizzard does a good job with these yearly China mounts. I don't know if it's because they love China or because they love the Chinese New Year's. We'll just chalk it up to that. But this is a really cool looking fiery Pegasus mount. Probably one of the better fiery Pegasus mounts we've seen. Definitely a good looking one. And hey, one that you can go buy yourself off the Blizzard store for a little bit of cold, hard cash. That's right. New splash screens drop for Midnight. That's right. We have not only the... will be essentially the kind of launch, but then the Season 1 splash screen as well. So for your launch splash screen, we have this one. And this is going to give you kind of your Apex talents. Right here talking about your new level 90 talents that you'll get once you hit level 90. Also, testing out the Haranier. Blizzard wants you to go make a hoary Haranier and just run around, do your thing with them. And then finally, answering the call to Midnight, right? Answer the call to the light and fend off the void. That's what this one's going to be all about. So nothing too surprising here. We know what's coming with the opening of Midnight. And we see here the Season 1 call out here. So this one is a call to all the, Gregs from accounting out there. A call out to Delves being launched here. This is the Season 1 splash screen that'll drop when Season 1 launches, about 2 weeks into the expansion. So you got yourself your Delves here. Join Valera Sanguinar and search for better loot and deadlier victims. That's right. So this is cool. By the way, the season won't officially launch, but you'll get those Mythic Zeros kicking off. You'll have some time to do those before you can actually do Mythic Plus and everything else. And remember, we got raids opening up in phases because we got 3 different raids to open up. So no pressure to get in and do this shit. Just, enjoy the leveling experience, and then the season will kick off and you'll be able to do all that. Season 1 begins. That'll be what this is about here. New dungeons, new class sets, new PvP rewards. Start filling your great vault now. And then right here, this one is about the 2 new raids. Continue the Midnight Campaign with Void Spire, or see what's lurking in Dream's Rift. That's right, so you got 2 raids opening there. Should be a fun one, guys. Kicking off a new expansion is always a good time. 3 different ways to see Sam's ass as he tanks on the floor. Wonderful. Love the positive ads. Thank you, Banshee, for that one in the chat. Midnight beta testing development notes. These will be going live after pre-patch hits, but before the expansion is. So this will be your 12.0.1 patch. A couple things happening for different classes here. We see some Death Knight stuff going on. Hero talents, all kinds of shit kicking off. Also, Frost, Unholy getting not a couple changes, a few changes here. Quite a few, in fact. Druid, Restoration Druid getting some updates. Beast Mastery Hunter also getting some updates. And then for Paladins, we see Retribution getting some updates. Templar, Holy, Ret again. Priest, we see them Holy getting a couple updates here. Shaman, Enhancement, and Restoration getting updates. And then Warlock, Demonology, and for Warrior, Arms getting some changes as well. Again, this patch will go live between the pre-patch launch and the actual launch of the expansion. I'll link this in the chat and down below for anyone who wants to dig deep into these pre-patch, or these patch notes, I should say. Finally caught you live, my brother. What's up? When is pre-patch? I don't think we have an official launch date for pre-patch yet, but I will talk about what's going to be happening with pre-patch here in a little bit, actually, so stick around as you're in, and welcome in. Leveling experience increase in Midnight. So here we got a little bit of a leveling experience increase. Turns out people were actually finishing the leveling experience before they even got to the final zone. So Blizzard increased the amount of XP required to hit cap level by 33%. So the amount of XP required to go from 80 to 90 has been increased by 33%. So that way it actually finishes out the campaign, which is good. I actually prefer this. I don't want to finish out the campaign after I've hit cap level like freaking, 15 quests ago. I like it to kind of all balance out nicely. It's really nice when the campaign finishes out and you hit cap level at the same time. That's the chef's kiss of leveling. So this is good. Increase it by 33%. I don't care. As long as I'm enjoying the campaign, I really don't care. A couple more class changes happening. Also, more Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus testing going on. We see Dungeons, Pit of Sauron, Skyreach, Seat of the Triumvirate, and Algathar Academy. Those will be tested right now on the PTR. And then a few more class changes. Man, big buffs here to Blood. Look at that. Frost getting some damage reductions here. And then Unholy getting a bunch of changes. Damage increases across the board, it looks like. Demonology Hunter getting tons of class changes, guys. I could go into these again. We talked about a bunch of these yesterday, or you can go check them out. I'll link this in the chat and down below as well. But I wanted to get into this stuff. So, specific to add-on replacements and the ability for add-on makers to make add-ons. Blizzard updating some of the notes here. So here we go. New accessibility feature added. They added support for announcing party member health setting, including percentage and frequency. So there you go. More callouts, more abilities to have things called out for you through the new in-game voice callout system. So that's pretty nice. Updates to nameplates here. So this is the in-game nameplate system. Tutorial is available next to the default button in the options panel that explains the new nameplate functionality. They've made improvements to both the bounding areas, allowing nameplates to be clicked more easily, improvements made to the stacking behaviors of when many nameplates appear together. An option has been added to change the color of your character's health bar to reflect the current state or of threat. Oh, that's nice for tanks and stuff. This can be found in the nameplate/aggro display dropdown. Threat levels. Threat level red has been recolored to orange, and orange has been recolored to yellow. Okay, so that's for threat levels. Again, nice one for tanking or anyone else who's worried about threat. For nameplates, we have new styles: thin, health-focused, cast-focused, and legacy. The font in unit names no longer has a black outline. Additionally, the name text is clickable to select the unit. That's a great change. And then all nameplate options will now appear when searching nameplate in the option, even if they don't contain the word nameplate. That's a nice one as well. You don't want to have to figure out what the hell to search. Just search nameplate. You'll get all the nameplate options now in the menu. Now, on the add-on side of things, we've been seeing Blizzard do this. There's been a little bit of a trend, right? They really tightened up that hole, right, for add-on developers. It's been a really tight, puckered up hole lately. Add-on developers haven't been able to get in whatsoever for the most part and really change up anything. Well, Blizzard's slowly loosening it up, right? They're not so tight anymore. They're open to a little bit of penetration from those add-on developers, and now they're allowing improvements to be made to action bars by developers, mostly focused on ability cooldowns, frames, and showing action/spell counts. They can also now make improvements to frame add-on developers, mostly focused on showing and customizing aura states and custom units. They also added a way for them to create time bars for performance gains when using secret value data. Oh, this is interesting. So this sounds kind of like a, I don't know, like a fight mechanic thing. I don't know how much Blizzard's allowing them to actually do this, because they're allowing them to get some access to data here. This is an interesting one. And then they added a way for add-ons to colorize a frame or texture based off of the value of a secret boolean. So more customizations to colors and stuff like that. And allowed a way for add-on developers to securely set raid targets via a player button push. Okay, that's another interesting one. So they're loosening it up a little bit, guys. They're allowing a little bit of add-on shit to go on here. So we'll see if this continues to happen. They continue to loosen it up, continue to let them in. Yeah, ease it in slowly. Yeah, that's right. That's what they're allowing to happen here. So we're going to slowly see some add-ons creep back in. Nothing too crazy. Again, nothing that's going to supposedly give people an advantage in raid or combat or anything like that, but a few little customization things here and there trickling in. So good to see for those people who really do love their add-ons. Now, talking about that pre-patch, someone was just talking about it in chat. We have the pre-patch event. Now, this says story spoilers. I'm not going to get into the story spoilers. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the rewards. So we already know we're going to be fighting the Cult of the Damned, right? Going in there and investigating what the hell the cult's doing. And I want to talk a little bit about the rewards we're going to get. So we are going to be getting rewards out of this. You're going to get yourself, by completing this culted out quest, the Twilight Blade Tabard. Actually a cool looking tabard. It kind of looks like the Sword of Sargeras, doesn't it? I don't know, the eye right there. Hey, we got to talk about what sword? I don't know what sword I'm talking about, but maybe that's going to become relevant again. Who knows? And then we're also going to get the title, Definitely Not a Cultist. This is definitely not suspicious. If I saw this, I would definitely think you were a cultist. But there you go, definitely not a cultist. This would be hilarious if somebody puts on like a full cultist transmog and equips this title at the same time. That'd just be a great little play on words there. But a cool one. Yeah, a nice little title. Also, you'll be getting a new currency will be available, because Blizzard loves currencies, of course, in this game. So a new currency will be made available, the Twilight's Blade Insignia. So once you complete the opening campaign kind of for the pre-patch, there's going to be a set of world quests that open up in the Twilight Highlands and a rare that randomly spawns. So by killing this rare and doing these quests, you will get yourself these Twilight Blade Insignias, and you'll be able to use them at the base camp to purchase mounts, pets, and housing decor. Now we have some of the housing decor here. Nice little chandelier, a little Gooner couch, and actually this is the real Gooner couch. What am I saying? A nice little lay bed there, and a regular chair. So you'll be able to purchase items like this. Mounts will be available too. We don't see what the mounts are yet. Pets. We'll see what all those end up being. I'll report on them as soon as we know what they are. But a currency, quests to do, things. It sounds like another just typical pre-patch event, and hopefully there'll be some cool stuff to get out of it. Moving on to some of the coolest shit people have built so far in housing. I mean, this guy deserves a call out. This guy literally built SpongeBob's house. I just wanted to look at this one real quick because, man, look at that. Look at that. Somebody give this man a pat on the back. Bikini Bottom has come to World of Warcraft. Look at this. He built the SpongeBob Bikini Bottom Pineapple House. Fantastic stuff. People have been doing crazy shit in player housing, and I just thought this one deserved a little golf clap, some recognition, because this is some really good-looking shit. Yeah, nice indeed. Nice stuff from this guy. We'll see what people continue to build. I don't report on every single housing thing I see, but when they look this damn good, you best believe your boy's going to report on it. And finally here, we have a little tier list in a funny way of kind of how classes currently stand and playing for Midnight. Now, this tier list is not just based on how good the classes are doing in terms of DPS output or raw numbers or whatever, because right now those things are up for change. What this tier list is it does take into account how good they are tuned right now, but also how fun they are to play. So I thought this would be an important one to go through. So let's start with the first set here, the over-tuned classes. The classes that seem a bit too powerful and might get some reductions before this thing actually goes live. Right now, Beast Mastery Hunter, Frost Death Knight, and Devastation Evoker. Those are your top boys that are overtuned. They are pumping their freaking dicks off right now. Most likely, we'll see some sort of reduction from these guys before shit actually hits the fan or before maybe the first season goes live. But, I mean, right now, you want to play an overtuned, overpowered class. These are going to be the guys that you're going to want to try out. Okay, now this one here, good tuning and fun to play. These guys right now are sitting in a really good spot. We got Fire Mage, Demonology Warlock, Frost Mage, Destro Warlock, Shadow Priest, Outlaw Rogue, and Ass Rogue. These are the boys that are sitting in a very good spot right now. Very well tuned, good rotations, fun to play. They feel good, they play good. If you want to make sure that you kind of lock in on one of these classes because you think they're going to have some good longevity, you might be right. So these might be a good guy to pick up to be one of your mains going into midnight. Now, these are horrible to play, but good tuning. So maybe not the best rotation right now, but they're putting out good numbers, okay? Elemental Shaman and Augmentation Evoker. That's right, Augmentation not looking too bad for midnight. Maybe we're going to see the return of Augie boys, you know, as something that you want to bring in your runs and stuff. And when Augmentation is good, Augmentation gets invited to everything. So if you just want to get your auto invites, you know, if you don't want to have to use your mom's credit card to pay for your runs, maybe getting Augmentation into your, your repertoire is going to be something you're going to want to do. When Augmentation is really good for a group, they get invites. That's just how it works. And then Elemental Shaman also joining there for the horrible to play, but good tuning category. Now let's move down a bit. Fun, but bad tuning. So these ones, maybe they're going to get some buffs, right? Their numbers just aren't, totally pumping right now, but they're a really fun class to play. Really well tuned, well built, good fun rotation to play. We got Unholy Death Knight, Devourer Demon Hunter, Enhancement Shaman, Affliction Warlock, Survival Hunter, and your boys, the Retribution Paladins. That's right. What's up, Cadence? So these guys, speaking of Retribution Paladins, there you go. These guys are the ones that are, fun. No surprise right here that Ret is on this list. Ret has been fun to play for a long, long time. People have been saying it's one of the best classes in the game to play because of how fun its rotation is. Well, these guys right now are fun, but they're a little bit undertuned, so maybe they're going to get a buff. So you can play one of these classes going into midnight knowing, hey, maybe Blizzard's going to put their eye on it, and maybe they're actually going to get up to a point where they are fun to play and well-tuned. So these guys have promise. Again, these classes are at least fun for the most part, and if Blizzard does buff them, you're going to enter the category of good tuning and fun to play, so could be a good one to pick for your mains too. Now we got the ones that need a lot of work here. Horrible plus bad tuning. These categories right here are horrible plus bad tuning. We got Balanced Druid, Sub-Titty Rogues, Fury Warriors, or I should say Furry Warriors, Feral Druids, and Arms Warriors. So these guys not in the best place right now. Maybe you mained one of them in this expansion. Maybe it's time to drop them. I don't know. Personally, I play my Blood DK no matter what. I haven't seen them on this list yet. So these are DPS, so maybe they're not going to be on the list. But all these guys right now are just not in the best spot. Now, if you enjoy playing these classes, I wouldn't tell you go delete your character and pick something else to play for midnight. No, if you enjoy playing them, play them. Because odds are things will get fixed as time goes on. Whoever's on bottom ends up on top. This shit flips around in every expansion 50 times. So we'll see what the hell ends up happening with them. But right now, these guys are just the ones that definitely need some love, right? They're not in a good spot in any sense of the word. And then finally, Unsure. We got the Unsure boys, and actually we have another category after that needs some work. But the Unsure boys, Arcane Mage and Havoc Demon Hunter, I guess in flux right now. Nobody knows what's going on with them. And then finally, the needs more work category. We got Marksmanship Hunter and Windwalker Monk. There's always a monk class in the needs more work category, I feel like. But yeah, Marksmanship Hunter and Windwalker Monk, these guys just need some love from Blizzard right now. I guess they're not in the greatest spot. Maybe they're going to get there. They're going to get there. So looking at this list in total, again, play what you find to be fun. But if you're kind of unsure, you can use this list, look at it, take a screenshot of it, and there should be a link down below of it as well. And hey, maybe select a class that you haven't played before. One of these guys that's really good right now and fun to play might be a good to give a try in this midnight time or pre-patch time after the actual changes for all these classes go into effect. And for now, that is all in terms of news.